I was 15 years old when I started my culinary journey. 2 years later, the right year of grade 12, feeling a little confident, I had to do a very simple task like make mirepoix for a stock, which is basically just chop some carrots, celery, and onions. And as I'm chopping the carrot tilts and I slice my finger. Then my middle finger. Now it starts to bleed. I tell my partner, I gotta go take care of this. I step off to the side, grab some paper towel, and I start applying pressure to stop the bleeding. Now I go wait in front of the chef's office. He's in a meeting. I'm standing there waiting patiently. I think about 2 minutes go by and I start to do one of these. Next thing I know, I'm waking up to the sound of the chef screaming at me while I'm lying on the floor. I ended up passing out from blood loss because I didn't take my cut seriously enough. I ended up having to be taken to the hospital and I needed 2 stitches for this tiny little flap of skin on my middle finger. Now, knife danger and safety is huge to me now. And I haven't cut myself in the last 8 years. So how many people here use kitchen knives at home? Right, the majority of almost everybody, beautiful. So statistics from the government website of Public Medical states that 39% of 2.5 million incidences reported knife injuries are from kitchen injuries alone. That's close to 1 million cases, 1 million. And that's beside the point of all those little nicks and cracks that people get and they just put a little Band-Aid on, slap on the wrist, do better next time. Those don't get reported. 1 million cases in the United States of 2013 were reported. I've been working in a fine dining French restaurant for the past 11 years. And considered a professional, I'm gonna show you how today to sharpen a knife, how to properly hold a knife, and a couple techniques on cutting. So let's start with the basics. I'm gonna show you how to sharpen a knife. Now this is called a steel, the most simple way to sharpen a knife. Point side down inside a cutting board. You're gonna take your knife up in your dominant hand. At a 25 to 35 degree angle, you're gonna put it up against the steel. Now, it's not a straight down motion, it's more of a pull back motion. This helps ensure that the knife gets sharpened the entire way around. Nice and simple. Now that our knife is nice and sharp, I'm gonna show you how to properly hold a knife. So, before we even pick up the knife, we're gonna take our non-dominant hand. Now, everyone knows Italians, how they're so expressive and how they're so known for cooking. The mamma mia, mucho bello. That is what your non-dominant hand is actually doing, the chef's kiss. So you're gonna take your non-dominant hand, you're gonna take your fingertips, you're gonna tuck them in, and knuckles out. Your knife is now gonna rest up on those knuckles as you cut. That way your fingertips don't get sliced off. Now to actually hold the knife in your dominant hand, you're gonna pick it up, and you're not holding it by the hilt. You're gonna take your thumb, you're gonna place it on the inside of the knife, and then you're gonna take your pointer finger and you're gonna make like a captain hook. Now I'm applying pressure between these 2 points. I have complete control of the knife. The other 3 fingers are just for support, okay? So, left, right, and it's not an up and down motion, because again, if you're gonna cut yourself, that you're gonna cut your knuckles off, it's more of a rocking motion. You can tell by the shape of the knife that it's meant to do this, not this. So, now that I've shown you how to sharpen a knife properly, I've shown you how to hold a knife properly, we're gonna put it to the test and we're gonna cut some things. Not our fingers, some vegetables. First, I'm gonna show you how to do a 1/4 inch dice on a tomato. So again, proper technique in the left hand. Right hand, you're gonna make some nice slices, about a 1/4 inch deep. Stack them up like dominoes. You're gonna make 3 incisions, roughly a 1/4 inch. Turn it over. Nice, beautiful 1/4 inch dice. Now for the onion. We're gonna make a couple incisions. This one's a little more tricky. We're gonna do a fine dice on this one. So you're gonna take the knife, you're gonna make 2 to 3 incisions depending on how big or small your red onion is. And we're gonna cut almost to the end of it, pull it out. So we're just gonna do 2 little incisions, moved out about 1/2 inch up. Now we have 3 little cuts. You're gonna turn the knife over. And again, we're not going all the way to the end of the bulb of the knife. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now this is the best part, the most satisfying part. Proper left hand technique and proper right hand technique, you're just gonna cut down. And that is how you get some beautiful fine diced onions. Now the next technique is called Julienne, which is a fancy French term for thinly sliced. We're gonna Julienne some cucumbers. First, so we don't nick our finger and go to the emerge like I did, 11 years ago? We're gonna cut the cucumber in half first. And then again, the proper left hand, right hand technique, rocking motion, as thin as you can. That is how you get some beautiful Julienne. Now, last but not least, we have some fresh basil. This technique is typically used just for herbs. It's called chiffonade. You're gonna take the biggest leaf that you can find. You're gonna pack it full of some little leaves, roll it up to a nice tight roll. And then the exact same technique that we use for the Julienne, you're gonna use for the herbs. With the Mamma Mia left hand, right hand Julienne. That is how you get some beautiful Julienne basil. So, I've shown you how to sharpen a knife. I've shown you how to cut with a knife. I've shown you how to hold a knife. Now to wrap things up neat and tidy, just like the Band-Aids that we no longer use, let's wrap this up. Knives can be quite dangerous in the kitchen, and I take this pretty seriously, as I and studies have shown that they can be quite dangerous. So me demonstrating how to hold, how to sharpen, and how to cut with a knife will hopefully build you confidence in using it in the kitchen at home, as well as ensuring a little less danger. Because if you don't have your fingertips, how are you supposed to pick up all those tantalizing, tasty, tenaciously treats of the world? Thank you.